Alrighty. Hello, hello. Greetings and salutations. 'Tis another riveting episode of Dungeones and Dragiones. So, to that extent, I am going to go ahead, get them all ready to roll, get them all up in here, and we are gonna fire up in but a moment. So, hoping you're having a good day, and yeah, firing up. Who can recall what happened last time?
Well, we were inside the mountain and there was the hands that were coming from the darkness, and we had left a torch. Kozik left a torch behind to keep them at bay so that they weren't following us everywhere. And we found a few different rooms, and in one of them there was a stone face, and down like the hall from it was a room full of stone pillars, and Opal had communicated with them and found out that there's something making the mountain upset and that it was our job to take care of it. And the pillars were there to assist us because they were also stone beings. And Gumdra, when we had gone back to the room where the hands were, Gumdra had shattered this mirror and freed a chain demon.
Chain demon.
Yes. And
It kicked our ass.
it did kick our ass, but we kicked its ass and killed it. So who really won at the end of the day?
I don't know. I think having 2 party members go down is pretty fucking bad.
I mean, like, that seems like par for the course. It lost 1
It
of
was
1.
pretty intense.
We lost 2 of 6. That we ran even.
One of us lost 100%. The other part of us lost 33%.
Exactly. I like those odds.
But after the chain demon died, the hands came back and were reaching from the darkness again. So we haven't solved the problem yet.
Yes.
Yes. Those hands. And that's the part of the, like, the thing that the chain demon we killed didn't seem to have to do with the intruders in the mountain that the face in the stone was worried about, because it it seemed it has more to do with those hands than the
Yeah.
chain guy.
We need to keep searching for the problem.
We
Yeah.
gotta investigate that mirror because I suspect it's a key to something.
Yeah, the chain demon.
Yeah, it held the chain demon, so it's something.
Yeah, it held the chain demon. I'm just being a goof. Never mind.
Alrighty. With that being said, we pick up the scene with Gumdra, being plum tuckered out from all this extracurricular activity and deciding to head back to be of assistance to, the individuals back at the caravan. Just gotta check our luggage.
Tuckered out. Yeah, she needs to check her luggage.
But if you recall, last time when you felled this foe, its body essentially was set ablaze and essentially leaving, like, turned to ash, and then the ash just sort of disappeared into the stonework, leaving only like a shadowy manifestation of its silhouette. And you have light. So the question is, what do y'all wants to do?
Are the hands coming out like everywhere or still from that one area? Like, yeah, yeah, like, can we follow the hands back to some kind of source, or are they just kind of coming out everywhere?
Where there is darkness, they are reaching
Okay.
at this point.
Okay. I don't know how we're gonna deal with these things or find out where they're coming from or how to stop them. They're not corporeal, right? Has anybody figured out if they are corporeal or not?
I mean, they keep attacking us, so there's a layer of corporeality to them, but I don't think anyone's like, reached out to the hand to take it.
Right.
Is Neovara still pissed as shit?
Yes.
Damn it. Okay. I
Oh, that
will.
hasn't changed.
I'll strive to continue to. Yeah, it came from the shadows. Remember, not from the demon.
Yeah, right, right.
Well, I'm gonna go look at that mirror. I know it's off to the side in the distance. We can't
Yep.
move towards it.
Yep. So basically, because the opening is so large, I'm just sort of taking all these guys. Just kind of moving them off way back.
Yeah.
And we'll move you guys. Somewhat relative.
And these elementals over here, they didn't they come out when the chain demon came out? But they didn't
No,
disappear with him.
the elementals, when Opal went and talked to the rock face was like, "Come help," and they were the pillars that were in the other room.
Okay, okay, thank you. Yeah, I was in and out last week, so okay, thanks.
So they're here to help us.
Right.
Move a little bit more.
Maybe they've got an idea what those hands are or where the source is or something. I mean, I guess not. We're here to help them, I suppose. So, also, so
Veldrin still has like 3 minutes of his starry form, from what I remember, because it was like 4 minutes before the fight.
will you remind us what the starry form is?
Starry form is he can have stars appear on his skin, and he casts bright light for 10 feet and dim light for another 10.
Oh, right. Okay, right.
So the hands won't grab him or affect him or anything while he's in it. So he's going to look for that mirror.
Give me a perception check.
Hey, we can't just end the beautiful artwork you made for
And
last
the
session
beautiful
for how
artwork.
you
What's
me
that?
or
Oh
you and I
yeah,
were playing.
is
Look
Opal
at
coming
Tuesday
along?
table talk. Yeah, obviously.
Come on, Opal. Um, last week Opal was sticking very close to Veldrin because of the starry form and the light being protection.
Oh,
So we
right.
were joking that they were holding hands.
Oh,
And Opal did find out that same session that if she stayed too long in the darkness, she would get reduced to dust.
ooh, damn.
So Cube, what does my perception give me?
Here, I'm going to roll one as well.
All right.
Damn. Hey, it's fine.
Yep. So with a 22 perception, amidst the darkness, you would catch a sparkle of light, probably a little bit of maybe a little bit of your own light, but who knows? You have the dark visions. Oh, you have dark vision, so yeah, you'd see it.
Oh
So
yeah,
you
I've
would
got
see
major dark vision.
yeah, so you would see a basically a area where there is just shattered glass and what was once a frame of a mirror, just a standing mirror in the middle of a cave.
He will go over to it.
Probably they are.
How bad of you said it's shattered. How shattered is it?
Very
Very
gumdred.
gumdrot. Okay. So there's, by that assessment, there's probably no information that can be gathered from it,
Aw.
but he's gonna try anyway. Is there any particular role that I should do to see if he can like try and put some semblance of it back together? At least enough
Well,
to see if there was anything like possibly inscribed on like the frame of the mirror.
I think that would fall under investigation, as you were trying to essentially put a puzzle together. Alrighty.
Anybody have a inspiration they want to throw my
Here, wait,
way?
let me check.
Yeah, I think I got one. Let me check.
Unfortunately, your hand-holding buddy does not got one.
Oh, I have one. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. Sorry.
Dude, did you just waste my inspiration?
He doubled the result.
I went from a 3 to a 6.
You fully wasted my inspiration.
That's the risk every time.
Yeah, I know, but man.
It's not wasted, it's reattempted with no success. Um, so you look
And
at this
that
thing
one,
and
which
it
is
is,
so impressive.
yeah. Yeah, so with your rolls, you look through the shards of glass, you look through the destroyed pane and all that, and I mean, it's basically just looks like a shattered mirror on the floor, glass strewn about. Not necessarily, I mean, not necessarily sure how to put it back together. I mean, it's kind of pretty bad. Gumdred.
Gumdrot.
But like I said, from the shadows, the hands reach and never able to touch. So while you two do that, what's the rest of the party doing back there near the corpse of the remnants of a corpse of the creature?
I feel like we need to take a short rest, or at least I need to. I
You're
got
in the
pretty
dark?
beaten up, and I've used a bunch of magic.
I guess that does make sense now, doesn't it?
Yeah, because there was a lot of loss of
So maybe we can like withdraw to where
energy.
these are these like elementals, or these are representatives of the mountain, or whatever they are. They didn't
I
seem to
mean,
help us against the chain demon though, but
Well, if you recall, they were holding off chains. They were just
Oh,
sort of
okay.
background.
They were engaged. I forgot about that part.
Well, maybe they could help by just watching the space while we take a little rest. Just letting us know if something happens so we can rest and gain back a little energy.
Walk, walk.
Might not be a bad idea.
So yeah, I vote for a short rest, but I don't know
Properly
who
in
else is
squares.
really injured that badly or.
Now, there's a few people that aren't doing great. I know I split some hit points with you and Yukozuka and somebody else, but I can't remember who it was.
Gumdrol also got hurt, but she's not here.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Right.
So yeah, let's do it. Let's have a short rest. What do you guys say?
Again, here in the dark. That would be my one.
Well,
If we-
we'll leave some bright lights on, and we'll go back to where the elementals are, and we'll just have a bunch of bright lights on and torches lit, and we'll just rest with them there to let us know if something's going on,
Okay.
and with light all around us. How about that?
I think we retreat to safety because, like, and she gestures to the arms around, like, at the corners of the darkness. Look here. Look there. Those are a lot of really, really aggressive looking figures in the distance. I think that we might want to actually do a full retreat to where there wasn't that.
Wait, we don't want to go next to the elemental pillar creature people that are helping us?
No, we can do that. Or do we want to go all the way in there?
Oh, are we that far away? I didn't think it was that far away.
It's well, we're much closer to where we had come in, the mouth of the cave.
Oh, I see. Do you want to go back to the mouth of the cave?
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, okay, we could do that too, yeah. Who's over there? Opal and well, Opal and Vel, are you guys are still messing with the mirror, aren't you?
Veldrin, I think if you're not having any more success with the mirror, maybe it would be best for us to go back.
Yeah,
Why
because
don't
we have
you
to let you
try?
guys know.
You know what? Sure, I can give it a go.
Oh, that's a nice go.
Didn't even need an inspiration point.
Rub it
So
in.
the intent was to try and piece it back together.
Yeah, that's what Veldrin was trying to do.
So let's see. So it's gonna take you a while, but you look at the shattered pieces and you have a pretty decent idea of like what will fit where and how to reassemble it. It's just gonna take time.
It's gonna take time. We need a torch.
But why do you want to reassemble it? Well, no, I'm not there. I can't ask you.
Well, there's a chance that something could be written on it or something that gives us a clue at what's going on. Veldrin has a cantrip that he can cast that allows him to understand all written text. So,
So you're just putting the frame back together, not the mirror itself, not the pieces of the broken mirror glass part.
yeah, that's like what he was trying to do.
Okay.
Opal would be doing like a puzzle. Starting
Like
with
all
the
the
edges, of
glass
course.
window pieces. Mhm.
Starting from the edges, working her way in.
But the question is going to be how long you do this for, because
Yeah,
you have
Veldrin only
about
had a couple
a
minutes.
couple minutes to.
Does Opal have torches? Because Veldrin doesn't.
Yes.
Let's get one lit.
Reach into my pack. You can grab one. Opal is fully just focused.
Let me check something. So you're going to be working on this for the hour while everybody else is resting? Or short resting?
Yes.
Because I don't think anybody's like told you guys in character what the plan is.
No.
They
No,
sort of start walking
everybody
off.
just walked away.
So yeah, you guys would see the light that the other group was utilizing is just moving away as Opal sits down, crosses her legs, and just starts trying to piece things together. Just Opal's probably unawares of people leaving, because you did say you were completely focused.
Locked in.
Veldrin, not so much.
Locked in.
So Veldrin would notice them heading out, and
He's not going to say anything.
and there also would come a point where you would the starlight from the starlight that is emanating from your body is slowly like like dimming down and dying down, and you can see the shadowy hands start to get closer and closer as the bright light starts to fade.
Opal did light a torch, though.
I heard Opal say that they had torches. I didn't hear anything about them being lit yet.
Seeing the light fade, Opal would take a break to light one.
Okay. I need, much like the Sith, I need absolutes.
Understood, Darth Plagueis the Wise.
No, just Darth and Wise. Those are fine. Anyway,
Darth Weig the Plagueis?
just Darth Wise. Anyway, I ain't no Plagueis. So you get to work on that. Everybody's, moves back to start their resting. And you are assembling. Checking something. Light activities, okay. So Opal would not necessarily get. Wait, hold on. Checking one thing. Oh yeah, no, you'd be able to, as long as it's like light work. Um, just like light activities like eating, drinking, reading, taking naps, and but also crafting and preparation. So brewing potions, making meals, scrolls, and spell books. So I figure if you're just putting a mirror together, that could still count as short rest.
Okay,
Like,
and Sari
oh,
is putting her crossbow back together while she's short resting.
So that would be, because it is a magical crossbow. That is going to be an Arcana check
An Arcana check. All right.
to see if you can reattach things and make sure the circuit, as it were, of magic is reestablished from the break in the wire, because you want to make sure you got it right.
Okay. Is that enough?
Unfortunately, a 13 is not good enough to fix it. So you're pretty sure you get the string like reattached, repair, oh, restrung. Sorry, restrung. But the complication is it doesn't have nearly as much like tension as you thought it would. I mean, you're kind of a melee weaponsmith, so maybe this feels a little out of your wheelhouse, as it were. You're used to forging swords and axes and blades, and this crossbow
Yes.
takes a little bit more like finesse, like getting it just right, getting
Dude, if
the
you've ever
string.
smith, that takes finesse too. It's just a different kind of finesse.
Yep.
Just saying.
Well,
Who
the only
could help me
smithing I
with
have
that? Like,
done is welding.
could
Welding, TIG and
could
MIG welding.
well, I've made some blades, and it's like super, like, you have to get things just right. But anyway, is there like is who could help me? Like, could Zed help me? Like, he has that repair spell, is that right? Or doesn't somebody have like
He
a
he used to have mending.
repair
He doesn't
spell?
anymore. Opal has mending,
Oh, he
and Opal's
doesn't.
also an artificer, so can
Oh,
work with
good.
Mending
magical
though,
items.
mending though is like limited to very small things.
It's a handheld
Yeah,
crossbow.
it's a foot by
Yeah,
a foot cube.
How is it broke?
It broke the string,
Opal can probably fix that with mending.
but she's not there right now. You're putting the thing together. So I'll have to wait till you come back to ask you for help with that then. All right. Nobody else that's with me that could do such a thing. Could Niavara do such a thing?
Like Zed could try and help if Cubed would let him roll for it, because I I guess my thought process is this used to be Zed's, and he's had it break and has had to fix it before.
Oh, was it yours before it was?
Yeah, he gave it to Cha, and then Cha gave it to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe Zed knows. Has
I
a
mean,
knack with it.
still an Arcana check.
All right, let's see.
Oh,
Well,
It was meant to
on
be
our
broken
day
for
with the
now.
crossbow. All right, I'll wait till Opal gets back and ask her for help. Thanks for giving it a shot, Zed.
Also, Zed, you can give me a quick little perception check as you're just sort of bandaging wounds and recovering. Cause some of y'all got pretty smudged up from the chains.
Pretty beat up. Oh.
So with a 22, you feel like something is chewing on your hair.
yeah, he'd give little one a gold coin.
Alrighty. And also, as you do so, keep track. But also as
Yeah,
you do
I got it.
so, you notice that little one's scales are a little, very, 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 very barely noticeable. And you probably wouldn't have even noticed it if you guys weren't in, bright light, as it were, from your sources. That his little amethyst scales like have a little bit more of a darker tint to them, but it is so barely noticeable. It's like when you go to pick a paint at a paint store and there's like from one gradient to the next one. Like if you don't have like the cones and rods in your eyes to identify it, like they look exactly the same. Like that level of minute change.
Nice.
But he just happily chews on a gold coin. He seems unawares or unconcerned.
I pictured Zed's probably just I don't know if we're all like sitting in this room or whatnot, but if he's sitting down, picture little one's just kind of like sitting on his knee, just with both hands holding this gold coin and like chewing on it. And Zed's just kind of like bouncing him up and down, just slightly. It's like a little kid.
So there does come a point like when you're bouncing him, just like a cat, he just kind of does like a not a real one, but just like bites onto like your leg. As you see him like counts like you, because of the bouncing, he's having trouble like holding onto the coin, so he just kind of goes yeah. Very very cat-like. Even though he could just fly off or land somewhere, he just just a little rambunctious. Anywho, so everybody get their resty rests in. Whoever needed hit points spent your hit dice and what have you.
Yeah,
So
I think so.
time would pass. Your hour long, settle down, bandage wounds, rest and recover.
How many hit points do we get back from a short rest?
As many hit dice as you want to spend on it.
Oh, okay. I'm, oh, how do the hit dice work?
So I think it's when you hit short rest, it might prompt you to spend hit dice.
Oh, okay. That's okay. I don't need to do it, but I didn't remember seeing that. Yeah, okay. Oh, I see there. Oh, D10. Okay.
All right. So an hour comes and goes. Maybe a little bit of tension, a few hairs standing up on the back of your necks. But you also hear the sound of, very faintly, because it's kind of far in the distance, but the sounds of like glass being shuffled and the sounds of like wood and metal clanking and maybe even scraping together at some points as Opal is essentially reassembling the frame of a mirror, but it's still amidst a an area that's just covered in glass. But at the end of that hour, you managed to reassemble the frame of the mirror. And you can also give me a perception check. And that's for Opal. And
Oh
Veldrin.
shit, sorry. What do you need, DM?
Perceptions.
You got a boss. That's better than before.
Alright. So you would notice as you assemble the mirror, interestingly enough, a very minor detail that you may have easily missed if you weren't sitting here for about an hour, that you would notice that there is you finish the mirror, you stand up, put your hands on your hips like triumphantly, like I did it, and that gives you a perfect opportunity to preview the scene in front of you to its to its full scope. Now that you're not just hyper fixated on tunnel visioned in on a specific spot, you kind of get a broader image, and you get that kind of like there's a face in the cloud kind of moment where it's almost feels like the glass is broken in a way that almost seems like it makes an arrow pointing inward. But that wouldn't make any sense because Gum just shattered it. So maybe it's just a trick of your eyes. Maybe it's just a trick of your mind. Maybe it's just some kind of coincidence. Maybe it's these shadowy hands having an effect on you as they've been waiting patiently on the edge of the light. But regardless, you can't help but wonder. And what you choose to do with that information is up to you.
My internet totally cut out the entire time. Like you talked about the arrow and then nothing.
Basically, you think that you're not sure what it means, if it's even a thing, if it's a trick of these things, the shadow hands, if it's a trick of the light, if it's a coincidence.
You think that means something?
The only way to find out is to see if it is something. It could be nothing, but
I
it could
feel
be
like we should
something.
get everybody else for this. Unless you're worried it might disappear.
Do you have a second torch?
Not exactly. I do. No, I don't. The answer is no.
Well, one of us should stay here. That means one of us has to be without the torch
Hmm.
Why does one of you? Oh no, sorry.
to get to the rest of the group.
I think if I run at full speed, I should be fine.
Ooh.
But if I get caught up in whatever Nirvara was dealing with, I think I might have a few issues on my hands, if you catch my meaning.
Then you stay here.
Issues.
Then go right ahead, Belgian. I'll stay here. All will be fine. I can make light if I need to. I have Firebolt.
So Veldred will book it into the darkness without the torch.
Damn. Damn.
Do I have to roll anything cubed?
So let's see. Into the darkness? Yes, you
Yeah,
will.
running.
So first things first, a wisdom saving throw. Perfect. And how fast are you moving?
He's running as fast as he can
So that'd be 60
to get
feet
over
per.
here. Yeah.
Okay. So remember that's not the scale. So that's gonna be because if you recall, I shifted the map over and
Oh
moved
yeah.
those dudes. So that's going to be, let's see, 60 feet per round. 6, 2, 6, 120. So if you do a full sprint, it would take about 3 turns.
So 2 more wisdom saving throws.
Correct. All right. So as you're sprinting through what is very familiar, you cannot help but feel, despite, you know, being confident you're staving off whatever effects these are, it feels like hands like touching every part of you, and even like kind of feels like somewhat like inside. You can feel it feels like a cold chill, almost like a hand reaching and grabbing onto your shoulder, and you keep running. It kind of feels like you're like the hand slips away or slips off, and you can feel some cold chills on like your face as it's kind of like hands raking through your skin and through your body.
Yikes.
And it just kind of feels like you're running through just like a field of this like almost somewhat feeling like random cold points. It's not just like you've walked into a freezer and everything's cold. It's like there's water droplets in the air and you're just kind of like running into them, but it's not even water. It's just like this rush of cold air in one spot, and then it's not, and then another spot, and then it's not, but it's all throughout your body as you're moving, and it just feels like something is trying to grip and grasp at you, but you realize speed is only one component. The other component is not ba- basically keeping your body in motion through sheer force of will to overpower this feeling, because it kind of feels like your legs start feeling heavier, your arms start feeling heavier, your body starts feeling heavier and slower, almost like being stuck in a nightmare where you can't run, or you're having trouble running and it feels like you're running through like water, but you manage to make it to the group.
Oh man, that sounds awful.
And the second you get to the light, actually I'd even say people who are watching Veldrin can see, like, when you enter the dim light where the hands are, but that little transition area, you see like several of them like grabbed onto Veldrin, but then as he reaches the bright light, they retract and almost like let go, kind of like something was grabbing at him and trying to like pull at him, but he's managed to make it back.
Man.
Albeit a bit out of breath.
Yeah, out of breath. So
Wait, Veldrin made it back too? I thought you stayed with the mirror.
no,
And oh,
he just ran over there.
oh, I thought Opal did. Okay, got confused. Sorry.
No, Veldrin did that.
Okay.
Opal put the mirror back together, and there it looks Like there's an arrow, but it looks like it could just be the cracks in the mirror. We wanted everyone to come see it because it could be something, it could be nothing, but we didn't want it to be something without the rest of you.
Well, all right then. Why not? Let's go see what we can see.
Just sorry.
Yeah. Is nobody else coming?
Zed, Kozik. I'm not going to
Alright, I
trust
guess
Neofara.
so.
She's having technical difficulties.
Well, you better come with us, Val, because yeah, we've got some lights. And I got a torch out of my pack, and that I give to you. So you've got your own torch.
Camera. Gonna head in this way now. All right, so you all regroup around Opal, who has reassembled the frame of a shattered mirror.
What you got, Opal?
Sorry, what?
What you got?
The mirror that Gumdra shattered. I think it's trying to point us somewhere. Well, me and Belgium.
That's why we're here. Vilgin says we should have a look.
Yeah, before we do that, and Opal's going to cast Cure Wounds on herself at the second level.
Oh, because he didn't short rest.
Did you not do your short rest?
What we have counted on? Counted a short rest?
Yeah, that's what Cube
Uh,
said, that
okay.
you're just putting a
Sorry,
puzzle
here, let
together
me,
kind of counts as a short rest.
you know what, Ollie? Who's ready to check out the darkness?
Check out the darkness. I thought it was looking at a mirror.
Well, I mean, if you want to look at it, it's pointing into the darkness. Well, at least the cracks are.
Oh, that's what this arrow you were talking about. That's pointing into the darkness. Is that what you're thinking? It's telling you where to go.
I mean, it's a safe assumption to make.
Is it though? I mean, it's just an arrow on a mirror. Could have been, if it was set in a different direction, it would have been pointing somewhere else. I guess it just depends
I
on the way
have
it was
been
placed.
I have been putting this thing back together. And sorry, I just noticed your portrait was tilted slightly.
Oh, thank you.
As you are a member of a God following group, you should understand that sometimes coincidences happen, and not for no reason.
This mirror held the chain demon. There's a chance that there was something about it that was significant.
Right, right, right. There's always a good chance of things. Yes.
And hey, as long as we have light, everything will be fine, right?
Uh, light's good. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I feel quite as chipper as you, but light's good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, light's good, yeah.
That's what the darkness says to us.
Oh yeah, betcha. But like I said, you guys are standing amidst shards of glass and a reassembled mirror. The hands have not relented, and you have options of what to do.
Right. So, uh, so Opal, you're saying we should follow this arrow. Is that it?
Yep.
Anybody else got some bright ideas?
I think it's our best bet. We are here to solve the problem for the rock people. This is
Yeah.
the best clue that we have.
Right. All right. Let's do it then.
And if the very mountain is on our side, then we really don't have much to fear, do we? We should continue on.
Well, he was pretty afeared, so, but yeah, let's give it a shot.
All right. Moseying further into the darkness.
And everybody's got a torch, right?
It's a lantern.
A torch or lantern. Everyone's got their own torch or lantern, right?
I'll I'll stick close to somebody.
Well, you don't have one, Kozik?
I've got one,
Here, I'm
but
gonna hand you. Okay.
okay. I'll take it.
I was gonna give you one. Do you have one? You don't. You do have one.
Yeah, but I don't think we all need to have them lit up.
I think it's
So
not a bad idea, given how they can just, even if you're standing just a little bit of ways. But yeah, maybe not. I'm just trying to be safe, make sure everybody's, you know. But yeah.
Ma'am, I don't want to use my raincoat. Eh. Um. All right. So moving forward into darkness, even.
Temporalis, I didn't know that you were here.
There's Neeler.
Sorry, no, had to step away for a second.
Technical difficulties.
My computer is becoming a hellscape.
Oh, that sucks.
All right. So you're heading forward further in, and like I said, this cave opens up dramatically to the point where you can't see the ceiling, you can't see the walls. You don't like it. You could very easily get lost in here, and this is including your dark vision. So even though even in dark vision you can't see the hands, everything just opens up so vastly wide that you feel that if it weren't for Opal being able to memorize like where Opal has been the geographic knowledge, um, you could easily be running into issues of getting turned around, lost. Like it's huge. It's just a
Ah,
big opening, just a big area.
did we just get out of one of these underground places? I'm not happy to be back again to a big underground. Blah.
And I had Kozik do some rolls before, and those are still in play. So Kozik, you definitely continue to feel a pull in. Well, at this point, you don't know if it's left or right because the walls and ceiling are so far away now. But you get a pull in a direction, probably further inward.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, all right. So you follow it up until you come to what seems like a strange rock formation. Granted, there's a lot of boulders in here, there's a lot of rocks and stones and dirt and pebbles and stuff. But this one seems very elaborate for what it is. It doesn't seem like just a boulder fell over or a stalactite fell down. It there's 5 stones and they are about 7, 8 feet, between 7 and 8 feet tall, but they're more cylindrical and tall than they are like they're just tall. They're just like stones that are sticking out of the ground, but they seem more like pillars than they do boulders or anything like that. And that is actually on the edge of your visions.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so pretty far out.
Well, okay, guys, let's go further in. Let's see if we can make it to those stone formations without slipping and falling and breaking our ankles.
That's a good plan.
And we'll
Which way
just
are we going?
move you up just a little bit because map things. Yeah, this is just sort of not 100% to scale at this point because things are so far, but say about like here
Yeah,
for
fair enough.
for
Yep, yep.
map representative purposes. When you make a battle map that's so big, it takes up an entire battle map. It's easier to scale things down. Um, so yeah, you come to these stones, and there's 5 of them.
And you say they look like they were pillars, like something was made, or they're sort of, made from the movement of water over rock, or what can I tell about them being this close now?
So being this close, they seem like pillars that are naturally formed. They don't look like they're chiseled or anything like that, but they are kind of smooth, right? So maybe at some point water was rushing past it and the erosion just kind of caused them to smooth or what have you. But almost think of like oval, very like ovular pillars.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of it being like set, cut, perfectly cylindrical, and there's a point to the top, it's more like it starts from the ground and then they kind of go up, but they're not perfectly rounded. They're just sort of kind of natural, and at the top they're just there's a like the dome shape instead of it being like a flat cut. So you get the feeling that in some aspect these are natural, but in some ways there's something else there.
Yeah, like they were helped along in their fashioning, maybe, but they were natural at one point. Hmm. I don't know what that means. Even with my dwarvish intelligence. Hmm. And we're just in the it's just kind of like you said, it's like a wide open space.
Yep.
Hmm. Well, maybe I can maybe I can use my talents to detect some sort of residual magic or something.
All right.
I'll give it
Well,
a go.
and you were casting this as a spell?
No, this is my natural talent
Oh, right.
bestowed
Okay.
upon me. Yeah, so it's not. It says
Well,
ritual, but it's not. It just takes one action to cast.
yep. Warlock feature. So with Detect Magique, let's
It's
see
just
if it
within
was.
30 feet. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not going to place the template or whatever because we're going to be
yeah.
walking around. But
So there is a faint aura, but the effect does not fall under like a specific, like a manufactured school of magic. Because I think that's what Detect Magic is kind of supposed to do. It's like it's identifiable as
indicate.
like, yeah, it's like if it's some other magic, it's like, oh well, I detect a strange aura about it. But if it's like a portal spell, then it's like, oh, that's a manufactured spell that we designed this spell to be able to detect all the other kind of manufactured spells. But if it's anything else, then it's sort of like there's something there. And I think that's why they
Yeah,
worded it like that.
the language does say something about if it was created by a spell, then I would know like the school of magic. But
Oh, I see.
there's something magical about this. I'm actually gonna touch one of the pillars and see if that does anything. See if I can learn anything from it that way. I run my hand over its surface.
So the moment you touch it,
Uh-oh.
you get to give me a wisdom saving throw with advantage for reasons.
Plus he's right next to me, so he gets 2 more points advantage on a wisdom saving throw.
Is that including the +2?
Is that including the +2
Plus
from me,
2
Koza?
from what?
I'm sorry.
From me. If you're next to
Oh
me,
yeah.
you get.
Well, no, then I guess it would be 16. I mean,
Okay. So you felt something like tugging at the back of your mind for just a moment, and this is as soon as you put your hand on the pillar, on one of these pillars, and there's definitely a point where it's just like you almost feel yourself giving into it, but then you notice Sari standing next to you, like watching you, like a mama bear keeping a close eye on her cubs, and that little bit of reassurance on top of, interestingly enough, another force that you're very familiar with. Uh, you managed to not feel the effects, the negative effects of whatever this is, and you were hit with a rush of emotions, um, particularly sadness.
Mm.
hmm. Okay.
What you feel, Koza?
Well, there's something definitely very compelling about these caverns and maybe about these pillars. I'm not sure. Why don't you try give this a pat and see. I don't know. See if you can determine anything.
Does he have something glowing on his forehead now? Nevar's gonna take a peek now that he's mentioning sadness.
So no, he doesn't.
Damn. I truly just got fucked over, didn't I?
Dims the rolls.
Them's the rolls.
How'd you get fucked over?
She's just
Last
angry.
session I'm sure mad.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's hella mad.
So yeah, no one else is gonna try to touch it.
I mean, I guess.
Uh,
Give it a try. Maybe it's just me. There's something
Yes.
very
No, I'm gonna touch it.
Touch the what?
Let
Go
me
for it. Sorry.
see. Let's see. I'm trying to see where that. Trying to find that thing about the two
It's a paladin feature.
extra. Yeah, it's a paladin feature. That's where I wasn't. Okay. All right. Yes. So I'm gonna roll
A wisdom
a
saving throw.
wisdom saving throw. Okay, there we are.
Let's zoom in a little bit. They're sort of around pillars. I guess I could. Yeah, let's draw this out.
Advantage, disadvantage.
Just normal.
Ooh, you.
Three. So 23,
That's like
you barely even notice anything, and yeah, you feel for like a moment there's extreme sorrow, sadness. You don't know why. It's just an emotion washes over you.
there's something going on with these pillars. I feel a wave of emotion, a wave of sorrow, and I wonder if that's related to whatever this thing is that is intruding on the mountain. I don't know, but these pillars are just holding a lot of sadness.
yeah, so I'm not sure what it means, but it's definitely something. Yeah, is this are we feeling the emotion of the mountain itself? Is this something that's afflicting the rocks? I don't
Right.
know. I think we have to go further in.
All right. And beyond the stone
Is this
thing,
perhaps a place where the sensitive people among us can actually communicate with the mountain? Because even though I'm a dwarf, I have no voice to speak to the rocks myself.
um, let's see.
Opal! Is Opal here?
Sorry, I stepped away to use the bathroom. Hello, I am back.
There's some funny rock
Try-
pillars.
Oh my goodness, I get to communicate with more rocks. Let's go.
yeah, they're having a lot of Posick and I felt touched them and felt like this deep sorrow wave over us, but we really don't understand what it's about.
Touch the rock.
Which one?
Arcana check. Let's go with this one.
So the one everybody else has been touching?
Yeah.
All right. So as you
Well, that
touch it,
makes
give me
me
a
think
wisdom
somebody ought
save
to touch it different.
Oh, wisdom save. You got a boss.
with a +2 from Nevermind. All right.
Oh,
So
that's not good.
is this the final answer?
Does anybody
I have
have an
no inspiration to
inspiration?
give.
Sorry,
I
not
do
me.
not have an
I
inspiration.
gave mine away.
Oh, this might be. Okay, yeah, that's the final answer, DM. I got none.
All right. So as you touch this thing, it's like your hand barely even interacts with the surface before you are hit with a wave of sorrow. It's almost like you don't even know why. Like imagine being a kid again and you're just sad and you have no idea why. And it hits you like I even makes even more sense this saying, but it hits you like a ton of bricks. And as you just become overwhelmed by this emotion, you can't help but hear in the wind the very faint wind every so often in this cave almost sounds like somebody crying
Mhm.
as you have fully immersed yourself in this emotion and attuned to it as one might think. Embrace the sorrow.
Huh. And I'm just imagining Opal just like, uh, Opal and extreme emotions don't go well together. Opal's just going to like reel back a bit. This feels very wrong. This feels incredibly wrong. I tried, but I failed to communicate with anything in there.
And at this, like, it's so overwhelming that you wish you had. Remember when you were flesh and blood? At this is one of those points where you wish you had tear ducts because you just want to cry it out, but you can't because you physically don't have that within your corporeal form to do so.
Oh, how funny it would be if I had create food and water. The water just comes out of the tear ducts.
Well,
Well,
that sounds like you've learned quite a bit though. If it's so overwhelming.
yeah,
And
like we need to fix the problem right now.
and you would notice that Opal appears to have some kind of a symbol in her forehead that she has no idea.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Neobar
what's
will,
that on your forehead?
Unfortunately, I can't just pull my eyes
zoom
out
in
and
on
look at
it.
it.
I mean,
Mm.
If only there were a mirror nearby somewhere. Oh, well, never mind.
does Neovar recognize it? Slash, what does it look like?
It looks like the symbol of like a teardrop or a water droplet.
Now you are very... Hmm. I'm still raging mad. You're now unfathomably sad. I wonder what other emotions we can collect. I guess this is a fucking gotcha game or something like that. Here we are.
Right.
System's broken.
Just what Nevar needed, more mad.
That's my secret cap. I'm still mad. Okay. Put bets now. Sorry, you're gonna be joyful. Eventually. Veldrin, what's your emotion that you're like caught in? Sadness is taken, so you can't say that.
Then I don't know.
Indecisiveness, apathy, frustration. Normal emotions for Veldrin, as we all know. Anyway, off topic. I wonder what the implication of us being filled with these things is.
Or why these stones are full of them. And what they might mean as far as these intruders in the mountain. I mean, is it the emotions that are intruding? Well, no, there's something connected to these hands, these shadow hands.
Oh,
Which are all around us still, I take it.
They most
just
certainly
outside
are.
of. Yeah.
So, from the sound of it, when you and I'm guessing Kozik then touched it, you guys also both got really sad, but like not as sad as Opal, and now Opal's cursed or something.
Well, it just kind
That
of
is what I felt.
broke over me for a moment, but not as I didn't get it the same way Opal did.
Also, remind me, didn't somebody else end up having a tattoo on their forehead?
It's me.
Niavara. She has the
Anger.
Devourer's symbol.
I have the Fury, baby.
Oh, the Fury.
And I'm angry as fuck. I'm just working through my
She's
anger.
so angry. Angry.
Sorry that you can't cry. Maybe it's good that you're not polymorph right now. Hmm. Why are the stones full of them? I mean, like, it's a great question. Chicken or the egg? Have you only been touching one stone, or you guys been touching multiple stones?
I think it's just been one at this point. I'm hoping someone wants to touch another one.
Veldrin
Yep.
will touch a different one.
Which one? Move to your stone of choice.
I'm guessing everyone's been touching this one.
Yep.
He'll go there.
All right. You reach your hand out, and you can give me a wisdom saving throw. Stone, 1, 2, 2, 4. Okay. So as soon as you put your hand on this stone, you are essentially like there's a wash of emotion over you. And you fight back against it like, you know, trying to get control, but unfortunately, it's not enough. And you the emotion that you pick up from this is suddenly it feels like everything around you is a danger. Everything's a threat. Those shadows over there, that rock, that could be an evil creature lying in wait. The shadows, who
Oh,
knows what risk, but who knows what dangers and creatures could be existing in this darkness that you can see, but you can't see. And that in itself is a terrifying thought that despite you having
paranoia.
such a great ability to envision things in the dark, that there are things lurking in the dark that are invisible to you. And that is extremely terrifying to you at this point because you've lived in the darkness. The fact that there are things that are invisible in plain sight and not even through a spell or magic that you know of, that just puts you on edge. Like you're on full alert, and and your current emotion is fear.
Oh, yeah. That did happen. Ooh, sorry, Vel. Do we need to, like, physically grab him? Or is he frozen to the spot?
I will let
Well, I
Vel
mean,
determine
he's
how
not.
he handles
I
extreme
didn't.
fear.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't crit fail, but there's something wrong, and I. The rocks are not connected, but there's something wrong. The emotions are different. This one's very different.
Mm-hmm.
What are you feeling, mate?
There's something wrong.
Oh, no. You know, I wish I had, like, the more patience in me, but I guess this will have to do. Veldrin, come back to the group, and she's going to grab your hand and drag you. Is there something on
Yeah.
his head?
Yes, there is.
What's on
What's
his
this?
head?
Just three what look like wavy lines.
Are they vertical or horizontal or diagonal?
Horizontal.
The fuck does this mean? Like little waves? Ooh. Ooh. This is what fear
Actually, you
is.
know what? We'll actually say because I didn't actually think of that until you said it. We'll say they're vertical.
Okay.
Damn it, anime.
Well, when they were horizontal, there's it's like a very niche Star Wars cult in the universe where they have three horizontal lines on their foreheads.
Uh,
The anime. Thanks. Very nice. Oh my gosh.
And we don't know what any of these symbols mean.
Well, mine
Except
is,
for Niavara's.
which is that of a goddess of madness. And,
What
you know,
about opals? What did opal have?
it's a
A
teardrop.
teardrop.
Oh, that's right.
Self-explanatory.
Unimaginable sadness. You have no idea.
All
I'd
right.
be crying right now if I had the ability.
and that makes
Sorry,
it
go touch
even
a different
worse.
stone.
That does it. I'm going for the one right here in the middle.
All right, give me a wisdom saving throw. Middle is.
Oh, imagine. She gets anger too.
She gets depression.
Well, that's not the one with the sorrow.
I mean, sorrow and
Uh-oh.
depression are
Uh-oh.
different. Similar, but different.
They're different.
So a 12 on the middle one. That would be bottom left, bottom right. Ah, so the middle, you cannot help but feel like you almost double over in pain. Everything suddenly hurts, but you don't see any physical
Oh,
wounds. You don't see any there's no sign of scarring. It's just like suddenly you got the world's worst migraine.
oh, that sucks.
Veldrin,
That
driven by
sucks.
his like, something is horribly wrong. This is bad. He's like, he's over there at
Oh,
sorry.
oh my God.
What happened? Sorry. I'm sorry. My internet completely broke down.
Sorry
Oh,
is in immense pain.
I'm just in so much pain. Like my head's gonna bust open. It's oh
Sorry.
not too
Try
not
touching
too loud.
a different
Not too
rock.
loud. A different rock. I
Any
don't
of
want
them.
to add anything, but
But
I
what if it
Does
can't
changes
help
sorry
at
it?
have
this
some?
point.
Does sorry
All
have
right,
something on her forehead?
Yes, she
Oh, yeah.
does. It looks
What
like
is
what
a
it?
is it?
it looks like an open wound, like a cut mark.
When I was walking in the dark, it sort of cycled through the emotions. It went from sadness to fear and landed on anger, probably because I fucked up my mental fortitude. So touch a different one.
All right, I'm touching that one. I move next to.
Bottom right.
Oh, for goodness sake, I'm not doing so well.
Well, that might be
What's
the
that
whole
one?
goal.
All right.
What's
So
that one, boss?
you go to touch that one, and with your whopping 10, you suddenly feel extremely like lethargic.
Did the
Lethargic and
pain
in pain.
or did the pain
Just
stop?
lethargic.
Oh, got it.
Did the pain stop?
Yes. Your headache went away, but then it's
Oh,
just sort of like you take a breath and it's just like, man, why am I fucking here? Like, why are
I'm
we
just gonna
here?
sit here and
Why does
rest right
anything
now.
matter? Like we're
So
just
this
gonna
one,
end up in another situation again. You basically turn into like Eeyore.
Did the symbol change?
It did,
Yeah,
and it has changed to what seems like little bubbles, like two or like like three rows of bubbles, as it were, but not like a bunch of them. Just like think like just like bubbling water kind of thing, but just a couple of them.
so pain, the one in front of Kozik. Fear, the one directly across for that you touched.
Oh,
This one was pain, right?
yeah, so this is sadness. Or not sadness.
Sadness.
Sadness, pain, fear, lethargy.
And so she points to the one directly in front of her. That's anger.
Are you sure?
she said with so much excitement.
Yeah, who wants to touch it?
Why don't you?
Misery loves company. She's already angry.
Yeah, I'm already angry. Secondly, and she sort of claps her hands. All of you sort of have a symbolism that goes alongside the emotion in question. I have the symbol of a goddess. I would rather see what you guys do than what I do.
But maybe if you touch something else, you won't have so much anger anymore.
Okay, but like,
And
what's
he'll
the
touch it.
downside of being this angry? Really?
Oh man,
Time to see what the downside of being this angry is.
isn't that what happened last time, Belgium?
When I tried to put the mirror together, I crit failed.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
that's
Opal
when it
got
was.
the crit fail on the saving throw here.
Yeah, it was Opal. So you go to touch this one, and you are greeted with an overwhelming, insurmountable amount of frustration.
Uh-huh.
Different.
Angie.
Angie. What's his symbol look like?
His symbol looks like a anger. So this symbol just looks like claw markings.
No, isn't that something?
However, Niavara, you no longer feel insurmountably angry. As your symbol
Hmm.
fades,
Oh wait,
Oh,
only one
So maybe
person
we
can
all
have it
need
at
to
a
have one of
time.
the emotions for this to work. There's 6
right.
of us, 5 of these. All of
Or
only some
you
of us are
can't
possessing the emotions.
you can't have them all at the same time. If one person has anger, somebody else can't also have
All right, so I'll take pain. I'm fine with that. And she slams her hand straight down onto pain.
it.
so are you opting to fail the save, or
She's just gonna straight up. She's gonna fail.
all right,
She's
embrace
Yeah,
the
but
accepting
pain.
it.
maybe something good happens if you don't fail. But okay,
We're trying to all possess one of the emotions right now,
I get
though.
it. I get
Yeah.
it. But still,
Let me
So,
flay myself upon my deity's altar, if I will.
so you touch this thing, and it hasn't even been, a minute from you being just consistently pissed off to suddenly just at first insurmountable pain. Like it feels like your whole body just suddenly aches, like you said, like being flayed, but it's every aspect of your body, and even beyond that to some extent. It's almost like there's a pain that is added to that goes beyond just the physical. Granted, you don't see any markings. There's no wounds. It's just like I said for sorry, it's like suddenly it's a migraine, but in your situation, it's like it spreads and just gets worse. Like your whole body. Imagine the whole body migraine, and then in part like a spirit migraine on top of that.
Well, she wanted to flay herself.
What's on the forehead? She'll say with gritted teeth.
So
What do we
that
see?
one for pain is the open wound.
Damn.
Mm, damn.
It's funny that the first one for me was the mockery, or for the fury. I was nearly certain it was going to be the mockery. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 people with emotions, and one more pillar. Someone needs to take the last one.
Someone needs to take fear.
And she'll
Who
say,
wants
Well,
to be scared?
I thought
I
somebody
need to
did
be
that one already.
clear-headed for this adventure myself. Whoa.
So that leaves Zed.
or does Opal, do you
Opal
want to
has
take?
sadness.
I know. If Kozik is a little bit upset about,
I felt it, but I wasn't afflicted by it as you guys are.
so go get scared.
Touch the stone. Make it
No,
easy for us, Kozik. Don't be a coward. You wouldn't want to disgrace your royal line.
so you want me to not be a coward by actively
Becoming
becoming
one, yes.
cowardly, is that it?
Do you want me to become scared?
Think about it
I
this.
can. Kozik, would you like me to? Do you want to take over this part of it? I will let you take the soul flaying.
Show us how it's done, Kozik.
I can
Show us that
help.
you can concert. No,
No.
children are not allowed on this ride.
You have to be this tall to ride.
All right, I touched the goddamn rock.
Let's go.
Oh, do I need to savings throw it or whatever? Or do I get to just eschew the savings throw?
So if you basically the save was to resist the effect, but it seems like people are wanting to embrace the emotion.
I know
All
I should have rolled against peer pressure on this one, but
I
I
mean, you still
guess no, I'm
could.
gonna touch it.
You could be like,
You
nah,
still
screw
could. I
No.
thought, but I'm also we're trying to solve a puzzle.
Yes, aren't we always? Yeah, I'll touch it. And I don't try to resist.
All right. So you touch it, and you definitely start to feel the effects of fear. However, interestingly enough, given circumstances, it's almost as if this emotion, like, it's almost as if this emotion is coming naturally to you, but it's not affecting you in the same way. And you can actually give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Yeah.
It's almost like even in this extreme moment of like essentially giving into the fear, there is almost a comfort to it. As you almost it feels like it's your patron. It's almost like there's a very welcoming hand on your shoulder akin to that of the times when you have felt the power of your dark lady, you know, a creature made of shadow and darkness. It's like you feel the fear, but it's not psychologically like making you paranoid, if that makes any sense. It's like you know it's there, but it's almost detached from you in a weird way.
Okay, I think I can. Yeah. Okay. So I'm like on edge, kind of, but I mean, but not completely panicked with fear, but
Yep.
wary, awestruck, something like that.
Yeah, there's a subtle beauty to this intense emotion. I guess would be the oh, what's the term? The tortured artist. Yeah, like there's beauty to it, but there's beauty to embracing it. So you're embracing it, but there's also like a subtlety of comfort, if that makes enough sense.
And do I get a little headband on me?
You do.
Nice. Remind me what it is.
3 vertical lines.
Aha. Okay.
What's the fifth? I have fear, pain, lethargy, anger, and what's the other one?
Sorrow.
Rippling sad.
Sorrow. That's right.
And that leaves Zed standing back there, just like watching everybody going through the worst or best therapy they've ever had. And what's Zed doing in all this? Because he's sort of just been sitting back watching.
Yeah, he's just seeing what happens. Probably half expecting some portal to open up somewhere or something.
Yeah, but you're the only one with clear thinking right now. We need you to think about what it could all mean or what we need to do now. We can barely even think. We're so overwhelmed.
So take what Sari just said, but imagine her saying it with extreme lethargy.
Oh, Dave, we need you, brother. We need you to figure out what, I don't know, just figure it out.
I don't know, man. Whatever, dude. Just fucking. It's
Just
why are we
figure it
here,
out.
man?
I think of lethargy as more like just zero energy. But if it also includes like a little bit of whatever, I can go there.
State of feeling tired, sluggish, and lacking energy. So it's like, yeah, I don't have the energy for this. Just whatever.
All right. So,
Ed, help us, dude.
only one of us can feel it at a time. Number one. Number two. And she sort of folds her fingers up carefully. It doesn't seem to have unlocked something that all five of us have felt something. Right? And she sort of glances around. Has anything changed?
I mean, you can give me perception checks with
Oh,
disadvantage because of your intense emotional
look,
states. Except Kozik because his is influenced.
You, Nivara, you rolled at advantage.
What the fuck? It's on the wrong side. Okay, I'll try again.
Hey, not bad.
Okay. Anybody else? An 18 and 23? You're confident
You
you
know what?
can
Sure.
beat an 18 or a 23?
we have to
Nope.
beat it.
Well, the highest somebody's gotten is an 18 and a 23.
All right. Perception, you say?
Yep. Oh, I gotta sneeze. 1 second.
Tied anyway.
Ooh. Okay. All right. So the 18 and the 23 from Sorry.
And Zedrin.
Zed would see something different. He
Okay.
does not appear to have an affliction. So Zed, you would see. I'll start with Zed, and then we'll. Dang it! 1 sec. Phone call. RP amongst yourselves.
RP amongst yourselves.
Uh, um, I feel like Sorry has only gotten even further tilted to the right.
I think
Will you remind me how I fixed that?
I don't. I think it. Wait one
Are
second.
you on a laptop?
I am.
If you take your like 2 fingers on the trackpad, you can
Yeah.
get it to spin around.
Oh. Nope, it doesn't like that.
I think you have to like click your token,
Okay.
not like click and hold, just click like select, and then you can spin it around.
Huh, nope. Just making the whole place smaller or bigger.
Oh,
Hmm.
so that making the screen smaller or bigger is if you have like the screen selected, but if you select your token.
My token is selected, but it just doesn't want to do what yours is doing. I mean, it's got the little orange box around it that it has when I select it.
All right, what's going on?
Just
Sorry,
trying
I
to
was
figure out
trying to figure out how to spin her token around.
how to straighten my token up.
I just
And it doesn't
select
work.
token and then mouse wheel up or down while holding shift.
Oh, it's mouse wheel up or down while holding shift.
Well, if you're on a laptop and the trackpad, it's different than
No, that
mouse.
worked. That worked though. Shift mouse wheel. Thank you. Yay. Thank you.
All right, so right, Zed. So Zed, with your 23, as people touch these stones and have their emotional breakdowns, as one might consider from, you know, from outward looking in, the hands that are just out, that have been very prevalent the entirety of this situation. They actually seem like they start to retract a little bit, like they're like if you've ever played yeah. So if you ever played a little game called Don't Starve Together, the little hands that reach out towards you at night try to put out your campfire, it's kind of like that, but they're retracting away. And those of you who are under the influence and have noticed, which would be Kozik, Sorry, and I think Niavara got an 18. Yeah. So Kozik, Sorry, and Niavara, you would all see you'd still see the hands in the light, but they have different colorations now. There's actual color to them. There's a tint. Reds,
Huh.
blues, yellows, just varying degrees of color. And as you all have these emotional states, it's almost as you can't help but think, if ever I had a mood ring, so the colors of these hands might be matching emotion, and you kind of get the feeling of it like the ebb and flow of the intensity of the motion as the wave of it washes over you. So each color just seems like it matches an emotion, or some of the hands. Um, So you would notice that, and they are retracting a bit, but it's like matching, like for Neovar who has the pain, when the pain intensifies, like the colors on some of them would also intensify or die down based on how strong that emotion is currently, because it's not just like, it's not a plateau, it's like an up and down, so it's from migraine to like light pain to like migraine, etc. And just like the fear, it's like you're looking around. Well, you don't really have the same effect, so fear is probably not the best example, but just sort of like, in even in the moment, you're like, you look in this corner of a room, it's like, okay, there's nothing there. Whew. But then you look in the other side, now that it's that up and down, and the colors of these hands, or the tint that they have, is matching the ebb and flow of the emotion.
Are you guys still there?
Yep.
Okay, I didn't hear anything. Wait, did I just lose?
Probably.
Okay, so we're noticing these colors. They seem to go with the emotion. Okay.
Well, this is different. We should probably keep going. I don't know if we stay here, anything could happen.
So, oh my God. Okay. So we can see them a little bit better. Do we think this counts? So we know that only one person can have an emotion at a time, right?
That seems so.
In theory, right? If we wanted to get rid of as many of them as possible, we could just sort of, gangbuster it through. As in, like, one person goes through and fails all of the ones except for the one that they wanted to have last. Right?
Wait, what?
If
But
only
one person goes
one
through.
person can have an emotion at a time, right? I
Yeah.
was angry. Veldrin touched anger and got angry. Not only did he touch anger and get angry, he lost fear. Right?
Yes.
So, the first principle, touching them changes one to the other. Only one person can have an emotion at a time. In theory, Kozik can go to all of these guys, fail them, and end on the one he wants because he seems to be the least affected. Or, since I was the one who started, I can end with fear again.
But why do
Or
we want to do that?
do we want to have overwhelming?
What are we
I'm,
supposed to gain by it?
I was
Like,
suggesting
what do you
if we
think is
didn't want
going
to
to
have,
happen?
I don't know. If we wanted to get rid of the emotions, we can keep them and keep going, or we could lose them. That's what I'm saying.
Lose them by taking another.
Only one person will be left having any emotion at the end of it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, but who'd be willing to take that on?
I was already fucked.
Velgen will touch the sadness one,
I think
taking
she's
that.
saying she's going to touch each one and take it from whoever has it,
Yeah,
and then
so
she'll
Veldrin,
end up with the last
now
one.
Veldrin's doing it, and he took the sadness from Opal.
Neovar will take the lethargy from sorry.
Hey, Rayvon, how's it going?
And that leaves 3 of you.
Veldrin will now take fear from Kozik.
Oh,
And Neavara will take fear from Daldron.
Yeah, well, that's better. Are we all are we all sorted?
For final
Uh,
posterity.
Well, you
She
can't be
touches her
feeling
hand
too
back on
good.
anger. Nothing gained, nothing lost. And I'm angry as shit again, so
hmm, tragic.
Well, I know you don't want to hear it, but that was real good of you, Nivara. Thank you.
well, my goofy idea led us into that, so let's run with it.
Well, all right. It looks like this hasn't been helpful. So, are we still able to see the colored hands? Do we still have that perception? Or now that the emotions are gone from us, do they not have that tint anymore?
They look like the normal shadowy hands, except for whoever has an emotion, which would be Neavara.
Okay.
Because it sounded like Neavara was. So
It retook
all
anger.
of them have been reset, right? And just Neavara has one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Why don't we talk to the stone creatures? We haven't even asked them what they know. They're the ones who live here and have an issue with what's going on.
I suppose like the question becomes like, okay, we need to excise the shadow hands. The shadow hands are clearly related to these stones here, or else the emotions that they're embedding into people. Like there's a clear connection. Oh yeah. Did the fear symbol go back to the fury, or is it now just the regular old fear symbol, the claws?
You mean the anger?
Oh yeah, anger.
Back to Fury.
Interesting.
What, you think she's gonna miss out on this?
Well, so the stones in their anger are connected to the hands. I
Yes,
mean,
and we haven't been able to figure anything out, and they're the ones that live here and know things.
they haven't been able to say anything either, other than the fact that like they go out and they talk to them and they get fucked up.
Yep, because if you recall, they said they tried to go further in, and none of them have made it back out.
We keep going further.
All right, so going in with just one debuff.
Just me debuffed. Is being angry a debuff for battle?
Yeah,
A debuff? What's a debuff?
like a nerf.
It hurts you.
Something that being angry in battle can make you make really stupid decisions.
Uh-huh.
Fair. Got me there.
Alrighty, so heading in and just anger, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. That will make this significantly more difficult for them. All right, so you continue further inward. And at this point, Kozik, you continue to have that pull forward. So it kind of, I'd imagine you guys are sort of maybe following Kozik at this point.
Yeah.
All right. So you go further in, and then we do the old scooteroony, because K so big. And we do the and I will hide the camera for y'alls. Okay. Okay, there. Okay. Cut that out. Oh, there. So you continue forward, and at this point, on the edge of on the edge of Veldrin's perception, because 120 feet, you would start to see formations of water, like the edge of water, just the very edge of it. And I'm giving you the option to do whatever, but it definitely looks like either a shoreline or a pool of water. You're not sure because it's like, you know, officially like basically like 119 feet away of your 120-foot vision kind of situation. So you would see like a little bit of water on the edge of your vision, specifically Veldrin, because you have that range.
Mm-hmm. There's water up ahead. I can't tell how big the body of water is, but I can definitely see the edge of it.
That's usually a bad thing.
And this is not frozen water, mind you.
Hmm. Well, I'm not a great swimmer.
We might not have a choice if whatever we're dealing with lives in the water.
Hmm. She'll look over to Zedrin, like, be like, do you want to get in first? You know how to swim, right?
I think Zed's pooping.
He's a pirate. He's got to know how to swim at least a little bit. Opal? Sink or swim?
Sink.
That's what I thought.
Also, River in the Darkness, right?
Mhm.
You do realize if I stay too long in the dark, I will start taking damage. Or I will start being hurt, yes? And what can I not have underwater? As I do not have any spells that that are relevant to light aside from Firebolt.
That sounds like a bad problem. I
The
also don't
only
have light.
thing the only thing that I can provide, which is actually useful here, is I can create permanent light.
Can you put it on my forehead?
All right, sorry, I stepped away for a
It
second.
you would then be light forever. The spell does not end.
Oh, horrifying. Hmm. Hmm.
You wanted Zed to swim somewhere?
I think that came up. I think it was Neovar's idea, but might be a tech issue again.
I'm sorry, what? I heard the ending of it, so.
Wanted Zed to swim somewhere.
So there's this water. And Belgium was saying in order for us to go further, we might have to swim in the water.
We might also be fighting in water.
Oh, raise of hands. Who swims here?
I'm not
I'm sorry, swim.
particularly skilled, but
I can swim.
That one sinks. She points to Opal. I would as soon step my way through fire and flames. Veldrin?
We lived in the same house. How much swimming do you think I did?
I don't know. Maybe we had like an outdoor pool that Mom didn't let me use.
No.
Okay, so mysterious water. You know what else was mysterious water? That thing where that we had to fight the other day.
Oh, when we turned into farts?
No, the thing
the
We
in the
were in
water
water
up
then.
giant
north.
salamander.
The big, massive, gross salamander thing. And then she's like, you know what? Fine. Is there any, like, loose rocks on the floor?
Oh, there's plenty.
All right, she's gonna grab a rock, and she squeezes it to make sure it's not, like, a living thing, right?
It doesn't look like it's living anymore.
She throws that thing at Mach 5, or as much Mach 5 as she can manage. Can I argue that being angry gives you an athletics boost to throwing?
Not
And
necessarily.
therefore, oh, come on. Like, being really, really angry, you throw
Sometimes when
shit
you're really
really
angry
hard.
and you throw something really hard, it goes in the complete wrong direction.
You throw it
Mhm.
right at the ground.
Damn it. Okay, fine. I tried, Niavara. Don't fail me now with that +0 to like a horrible skill. Average, perfectly average, as all
Yeah.
things.
I mean, you're just throwing it at a square, so
Just throwing it in the water.
yeah, so it lands in the water. Whoop.
Come on, stupid fuck, get out here.
There is no response as the water settles again.
She gets to the edge of the water and then casts Word of Radiance.
Each creature of your choice that you can see must succeed in a con saving throw. I mean, you don't see any creatures of your choice.
Nope, I'm more just looking at the, you know. The fluff of it all is that there's like burning fire from her. It doesn't do any damage.
So
So
you burnt a spell slot for flavor?
It is a cantrip.
yeah,
Okay.
I
I
mean,
was like, that's crazy.
I've done dumber things for flavor.
flavor. So
Flavor.
you burst in the flames with a 5 foot, yeah, 5 foot
Mhm.
emanation. So you basically like Goku Dragon Ball it, Super Saiyan Angie, and there's a little bit of illumination. And you realize that this water is extremely murky. Definitely not clear water like you've. Well, actually, the other one wasn't really clear either. Yeah.
And we didn't investigate the water all that much, but it looks gross, yes.
Yeah. Gross and
And
stagnant.
oh my god, that's disgusting. Speaking of burning things for no good reason, she plops down her duplicity next to her, right?
Hmm?
And jumps straight down to the water, crossing her arms like in a dive.
Okay. So you jump in the water, or you have duplicity jump in the water.
She jumps because she can just transpose back to the duplicity.
Okie dokie.
Let's go for a fucking swim.
So you do some swimming. And what light source do you have as you jump in the water? How long does this last?
Her duplicity lasts a minute.
I'm talking about
She
your
has-
light source.
Oh, she has none to herself. She just jumped in. This is
Alrighty.
the anger I was saying.
All right.
Not that murky water would help her with light. This is by fuels.
All right. Well, give me a feels roll. Wisdom.
That is so sad. Was it supposed to be like oh. Because it could be a perception check.
Not so much for this. So you go to jump in the water, or attempt to anyway, and you fall flat on your face. It is as if this water is solid.
What the fuck? And she'll put her hands out like on the surface of the water. Like tapping it really hard with her palm.
It is as
So
hard as
Neophara,
rock.
she went to dive in and just like hit solid surface.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was ouchie mode.
But the rock was thrown in
Yes.
and it went plunk. Okay.
Yep. An inanimate object.
What the fuck? And again, she's tapping it harder.
Yeah. Yep, basically that image is Niavara.
I'm almost scared to see it.
The one in Chusei.
Yeah. Oops. Well, isn't this humiliating?
Does it make you angry?
One might say, yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a
Does it
smidge.
at least splash when her hands, like, splish splash on the water surface, or just like rock?
It is like a rock. It's not
Does it look
frozen.
like-
The water is moving as if it's natural. But it is, like I said, it is like still. But it, like, as you touch the surface, like the water, there's ripples as if you are touching the water, but it is solid when you touch it. Like it is, like almost like it's in two states at the same time simultaneously,
I have
both a
just turned
solid
it
and a
down
liquid.
into oobleck, I guess. Anyone else seeing this bullshit? Put your foot in someone?
Well, I attempt to walk on it.
Your foot sinks into the water. No problem at all. It's cold.
No,
It's real cold.
Hiovi and Niavara, like, still belly down on the surface of the water. Looking at Kozik's foot sink into rock.
Is it maybe because you're just so incensed right now that it's having some sort of magical effect?
It could be because she has the effect from that stone. You don't have it,
You are.
Kozik. None of us do, but she is the only one.
Yes, she's the only one left.
So, how far does the water go?
Well
Water.
outside of your dark vision and light radius.
oh, I can walk on water then. Great. And
Correct.
so she'll grab her lantern, sort of trot back to grab it, and then go start walking,
All
muttering
right.
the whole fucking time.
And it's as if it were a stone surface, it's not like ice water where it's slippery. It is your feet touch ground and they grip, as if you are walking on a normal stone surface. Um, and
And
you
she's
start
keeping
moving
in mind
forward.
that she has a minute.
Yep. I mean, you could move because no, you don't have cunning action, do you?
Nope.
So you could sprint. I guess the question is, are you sprinting or just moving?
Oh yeah, instead of the lantern, she should take a torch just in case it drops and she doesn't want to lose it for real. Yeah, she'd be sprinting.
All right, so everybody sees Neovara sprint off atop the water as if she were just running on stonework. And on the very edge of your vision, because let's see, so you move 36, 120. So basically, on the third turn of full movement, you would see on the edge of your vision what seems like an outcropping of stone with very similar looking stone pillars. 5 of them. And what appears to be some kind of weird door behind it. And this is like on an island, so the door doesn't even seem like there's no cliff facing behind it. It's an island, and there's just a door there with these pillars and this large double door behind it.
It'd be fucked up if I went back and touched that angry pillar while she's out on the water.
You don't even have to. You don't even have to. I have water walk. I can give it to 10 beings. We can all walk on water without having to take an emotion.
Wishful thinking.
Well, that sounds great. I'd rather not get very wet.
I mean, is that what you want to do?
Yeah, sure, let's go. Everybody, walk on water.
Oh, are you casting it as a ritual or a spell? Because it looks like it has the ritual tag.
You can take
It-
time. I mean, right?
Yeah, how long does it take to cast the ritual?
10 minutes plus the spell's casting time. Unless they change that and then we double check. Ritual. Rituals. Da, 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 da. Yep, 10 minutes longer than normal. Yep, it's still the same.
I'll just cast it as a spell then.
That's unfortunate. All right. And if that is your final answer, you cast Water Walk. What's it look like when you cast it? Because I think this is the first time you've cast it.
I think it would just kind of cast like some shimmering over the group that like fades as the spell sets in.
Okie dokie. Y'all all. I mean, I guess you wouldn't necessarily feel lighter, but Veldrin cast Water Walk on people.
Now we can all be Jesus.
Time to run across some water.
Nice. Well, I step gingerly onto the surface of the water, and I guess I don't sink, right?
Interestingly enough, you still do.
Ah! Splish splosh. I mean, we're still at the edge. I mean,
Yeah.
and so I guess we're not. It's not that deep, or we don't know how deep it is. But
So
ugh,
you put your foot on the surface, and for just a moment, it was there, but it was almost like stepping in like quicksand, or like the surface you step on is like gives.
this is unexpected. Are you sure you did the spell right?
Fairly certain.
Uh, Perhaps you should have cast Rosencrantz's magic dinghy or something like that rather than water walk. Do you have that?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh,
At,
neither do I.
and from the duplicate, Neavara will say, "Hey guys, by the way, at the end of the path, there's an island. It has 4 more, 5 more pillars, like the same rocks, and a door."
Do any of the pillars give you the same emotions?
They look like the same ones.
Touch one.
And she'll go up to the first, like it looks like the same one that gave her anger, and she'll
Here, hold
grab
on, let
it.
me unhide the that way.
She'll go back and retouch it.
Your emotion remains unchanged. However, this pillar, which was up until this point innate, give me an Arcana check. Something's
Not her
different, you
best.
don't know what.
And again, the duplicity will say, "I'm probably running out of time, but something feels different. I'm just not smart enough to say what it is." Either way, I'm on land if you guys wanted to, come on down. There should be enough pillars for you guys to all walk across.
And basically, once you touch that pillar, you would feel a lot of that anger start to subside. And in this particular area, because you have the light source and you could see things, um, the hands themselves seem like some of them seem idle, like they've stopped reaching. They're just there. And it's not like they're frozen in time, like they're still kind of like little wiggles, and every so often like the shadow shift, but they're not actively reaching, they're just sort of there. Not all of them, some of them.
Are they the red ones by any chance that were reaching out to her in anger?
I mean, it wasn't this. They kind of were tied to red, but yeah. We'll say for the purpose of identifying the pattern and being aware of it, we'll say yes. It's easier to break down what I have written at
Well,
color coding.
either way, uh, yeah, just don't forget my lantern, and she'll wink. The duplicity is probably out of time though. Join me.
Let's see. Duplicity's 1 minute. We ran across. That was about 3 rounds.
Oh, and then
Then you do
however
that.
long they were chatting.
Yep.
Boink.
6, 12, 15 seconds. Yeah. It's 10 rounds is a minute. So what's everybody on the other side doing?
Well, does it seem like the way to cross this expanse is to have to give in to one of these savage emotions?
That's what it appears to be.
Hmm. Well, all right. Well, I'll go back, and I seemed to be able to manage the fear, so I'll touch that one. So I go back and I stroke the rock there.
As a deep shaft would.
I must.
So yeah, you get that same feel, that
Really
same emotional response.
kind of stiff backed. I return to the edge of the this pond, this lake, and although I feel fear, I don't necessarily feel fear of this bit. So I'll take a step onto the surface of the lake.
So as you step onto the lake, it almost, for just a moment, it feels like something was, like a gravitational force was trying to pull you down, but all it does is really solidify your footing atop the water, and there's only ripples in the solid liquid state water.
Well, although I'm trying to keep my teeth from chattering and with anxiety, but I say, well, it looks like the way is clear, so I guess I'll move forward. And I guess I look over to where so Niavar is across the lake still, is that right?
Yep, because I think she took light with her, so you could see her off in the distance. Yes, off in the
Like a little
distance.
firefly in the distance, I make my way shuffling across the surface of the lake.
Yep, and as you do so with your light source, and like I said, this water is murky. Like you have no idea what rests beneath this water, if it even is water, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
you make your way across with no complication.
Nice. My torchlight is becoming dim in the distance as these folks, I guess, are still standing on the shoreline.
Here, she's here. Okay. All right.
I
Who
guess
wants
we
to
should
do
all
what?
go pick a pillar.
Pick a pillar across the water.
Well, who wants sadness, pain, and lethargy?
I can't cry, so I'll take sadness.
He got addicted to sadness.
Opal's thinking of it in terms of practicality. If any of these meat bags start to cry, they'll have a hard time singing.
Veldrin will take pain.
Oh no, I was gonna take pain. I don't want I
Pain
don't want
addicts.
I don't want lethargy again. That was awful. I'll take lethargy, I guess. I'm sorry, I was half asleep. I missed a
I
little
would
bit.
I would rather be in excruciating pain than feel lethargic again.
Dude, I can't tell you how much lethargy and pain are a part of my everyday life, and pain's the worst. I'm telling you. But lethargy sucks. They both suck. But I'll go for lethargy since that's the only one left.
All right. So that presents an interesting situation. That leaves one person. And also,
Zed.
who's
Zed, get
going?
on Thor's
Are you
back.
guys going across?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did people make it? Did any?
Oh yeah,
What happened to everybody? Did they
they.
make it across?
Yep. I mean, the people who have their respective emotions. All I know is Neavara touched a pillar, though.
Okay, we got our feelings, and then we head across.
Yep. So you have no problem crossing, as you have your aptly attuned situations. Um. So you said you were trying to carry Zed. Opal?
Who's carrying Zed?
I don't know. I thought I heard somebody saying they were going to try and carry Zed.
I could carry Zed, but lethargy's gonna make it harder.
And Veldrin's in pain, so he's not gonna try and carry someone.
I can carry Zed, I guess. It's gonna be really
Opal.
fun with lethargy.
Opal's sad. She could carry Zed.
Fine. Yeah. All right. Hop aboard, Zed.
I think Zed stepped away again.
I'm here. Yeah, sure.
Oh. All right. So you hop on Opal's back, and the second that Opal like takes a step onto the water, you feel like you're starting to sink into the water.
Like I am?
Yep.
Huh.
Maybe you just feel real sad. Maybe it's just your posture's changing, you're shrimping more. No, it's actually your foot is sinking in.
Hmm. All right, Zed, get back on the shore.
You just get to the other side, and I'll just touch one and swap. Right?
Considering this, like, considering this liquid is some sort of magic liquid, I wouldn't doubt its ability to drown me. But yeah, sure. Alrighty, let's go.
All right, so Eldrin,
Yes.
are you moving over to the island?
Oh yeah, I just wasn't.
Just need to know where people are. And are people touching pillars? Because, like I said, all I know is Neavara touched
Yeah,
theirs.
yeah, I got mine.
The sadness pillar,
The
Okay.
pain pillar.
And the fear pillar.
Lethargy,
the pillar of never-ending pain.
lethargy,
Oh, pillar. So
my
as you
pillar.
touch your respective pillars, um, I guess anybody could give me an Arcana check that is within the vicinity of these pillars.
Okay.
That is a natural 20.
Hey, the first inspiration of the
Wow.
game.
Yay!
Yay.
Yay. So with your natural 20 coming out to a 28, as you touch your pillar, that sadness fades almost,
Oh,
and it's like for everybody, the emotion that the respective situation dulls tremendously, um, to the point where it's not necessarily at normal levels, but it is a lot less debilitating than it being overwhelming. It's there, like
wow.
the pain is there, but it's more like, a pinch on the skin. For the sadness is more like a, like a exhale, like a sigh, like, man, dang. And for the anger, it's more like, well, fuck it. So think of like all these respective emotions, but at their like minimum level. But the jar is the cup isn't completely empty. And with your natural 20, you would see everybody's symbols, that were pretty emblazoned, right? Have dimmed down to almost what look like just scars, but not really scars, just like there's a hint of the symbols still being there. Um and with your natural 20, you would see all of the shadowy hands. They as each person touched their respective pillar, the activity of the hands started to slow and slow until they all just ceased trying to reach and grasp at you. And you would see them retreat into the shadows for the first time since you've seen these things, that they are actively returning to whatever foul realm that they came from. And you realize something, and I'll just roll this in with a nat 20. You realize something, that the direction that they're being pulled towards is this door. And it's almost like these shadowy hands are starting to slip back beneath the door. This big double door. At this point, as you're close enough, it's a big metal, like probably looks like silver, um, double door, large enough to fit easily a large, maybe even a huge creature through. But as you touch these pillars, you would also notice each of the symbols that was on everybody's heads is now emblazoned on the door. Two on one side, two on the other, and one in the middle. And it's in line with the orientation of these pillars. So pain is the one that splits the middle. And as that's going on, Zed, since you're on the other shore, you can give me a perception check, my good sir.
All right.
Alrighty. That is a 9. So what are you doing, Zed? You see all their lights over there, the lanterns and stuff off in the distance. You probably have like a torchlight with you at this point. Um, and even you would see the shadow hands retracting into the darkness.
Yeah, he's still got his hooded lantern out, and the hood's still down now. And as he sees everyone get over, he's kind of assuming now that all the lights have gathered together, so he's assuming that they're all at the other end. So he's gonna go back to the pillars and like the initial ones, and he knows which orientation they're all in. So he's just kind of like he's almost uh kind of circling around him a little bit, just seeing which ones he's like playing pick or choose. And
You can give me an arcana.
all right, and then I guess I'll see what it reveals first. 20.
So since you're taking your time, you're circling the pillars like a shark circling a carcass, because seafaring individual. Um, you would be able to ascertain through investigating this that these pillars have effectively lost their energy. Their
Oh, you were
power
gonna say that?
has faded.
He's gonna touch two of them at the same time, or attempt to.
They are cold to the touch.
So he's gonna kind of stand straight up. He's gonna stretch off to his side and off to the other side, and kind of like do a little twist, sort of stretch, like pop his back. and he's gonna turn around and face the lights off in the distance. And let's see. Can the familiar hold stuff? Like
Yeah, they just
Mage Hand
have.
can hold stuff, but it's up to a certain
Yeah,
weight.
it's tied to strength, so and usually
Ooh,
familiars have like negative strength scores.
mine's Zed's negative too, even if it had to do with mine. Okay. So or would either little one or the familiar be able to hold my lantern? It's 2
Uh,
pounds.
yeah, I think a familiar could like hold a torch or a lantern, something super light.
Okay. Um. So, excuse me. So seeing all the lights across, um, Zed's gonna open up the hood so it's max light for the lantern, and he's gonna hold it up for the Raven, and then he's just looking off in the distance, but he's talking to little one and the Raven. All right, I'm gonna need both of you to fly over to the rest of the group, okay? And try and go as fast as you can. And once you get there, fuck, let them know that I'm gonna try and swim it. And he just kind of like sighs as he's just looking at the distance that he has to go. And yeah, he sends the Raven with little one off so that they are both in the lantern's um, radius of light. And then he's gonna pull out his moonlit short sword, which is, I think it's 10 feet. It's minimal, but it's something. Um, and as they fly off, and he's now just kind of encompassed in his own radius of, it's a different light.
Yeah.
It's not like torchlight. It's almost just kind of like an aura, like a, I'm picturing like Sting from Lord of the Rings, like a, like a
Okay.
light blue sort of aura. Um and using his bonus action to cunning action, dash, and his normal action, I'm using all of my action economy to go as fast as I can. And I also have, where is it? There is a pin that we won at a fair a long time ago in the Feywild. I believe it was from a race. But yeah, dashing pin. So he's going to use that as well, and that's going to give him an extra 5 or 10
That
something.
pin.
Yeah. So he should be going 95. And he's just, as they fly off, he's going to use his whole action economy to just run at the surface and dive in and try and swim across as fast as he can.
It's 5 for one turn. All right. So if you recall the the flavor text, as it were, to the dashing pin, not the dapper pin, the dashing pin was when you move, like you basically get like little wisps of air that flow past you, but it's visible and it kind of looks like basically looks like an action background as you run forward for that to get that extra 5 feet.
Nice. We'll say that that's, I mean, I know that you have to dash already, but he's dashing. So he's dashing. He's very dashing. Yes. Um but yeah, that first 5 feet, we'll say, is that almost like comic book-esque, just as he's running at the water. And yeah. So I don't know, you said it, I don't know how far it is. Is it like 200 feet or something?
So from shore to shore, it It's basically 200. It was like 190, but like 180, 190. But
Okay.
shores kind of slope a little bit, so we'll just say for the purpose of easy brain calculation, about 200.
Okay.
And so
So
you
yeah, I
dash, which so I would say you would initially overtake your Raven and Little One because
that
they
makes
can't
sense. Yeah.
dash. Well, they can
Right.
dash, but they're not rogues, so you would actually run past them. However, once you get to the water, so you get to the water's edge, and as you take a step onto it, it's now solid. Yep, because I
So
have that active.
We
this
The
is
did
water
probably
is
it.
solid.
We
this is
turned the
probably
water into solid by using our emotions.
so. I mean, after all this build up, and Zed would have made sure that they flew off first, so he probably would have waited until they were maybe like halfway there.
Okay.
Um, but regardless, uh, it probably would have been a very similar scene as what we saw Niavara do earlier, but this time it's just Zed all by himself. But he definitely just full assuming that the water was going to be water.
Oh
Was gonna
man.
like dive in and try and
Ow.
like go full swim. Just he's sending it. So uh, and you said it doesn't really operate like ice. It operates just kind of like cave floor. So he doesn't slide. He just probably like hits the ground and catches, and it's just a weird, awkward, like feet overhead sort of tumble.
I mean,
Ow.
we could make it a rule of cool if you want it to be slippery.
Sure, yeah. I so okay. This would be perfect. Let's this because this would be something that Zed would do. Um, he's just gonna send it and he's gonna dive in, arms out in front of him. Um, I'll say he's got his short sword just off in his offhand is in his left hand. And he hits the water, he hits the surface and realizes that he's just like hit it surface and he's now sliding. And so keeping with his momentum, he's just gonna continue in a swimming motion. Um, and swim across the surface.
Shoot.
Might take him a little bit longer, but
So eventually, you guys would see Zed approach in the most awkward and strange way as he's swimming, as his arms are flailing like he's swimming, but he's somehow sliding across the surface. And you probably, as observers of this, and knowing when you took steps, it wasn't slippery. Uh, it seems like that's gotta be extremely painful. As far as you guys know, that's like almost like that's like walking on rocks. So you're watching Zitz doing like this swimming motion across the quote unquote stone water, just like it you get the you can't help but like even just thinking about what kind of pain that would entail sliding across stone on your belly for 200 feet. That shit's gotta hurt. And even people without flesh probably like you'd probably have to grit your teeth, just be like, oh, just thinking about that is, ooh, I am so glad I don't have flesh. It's probably Opal's thoughts on that one. Yet another example to not be a meat bag. But Zed's fine, and his clothes aren't like shredded. He like slides up to you, probably spinning a little bit at the end, almost like a slip and slide. And you
just
realize he's
he'll,
not ripping his flesh off, making its way to you.
he'll poke his sword in the ground as like a little anchor point to stop himself. So like spin around it a little bit. He'll stand up. I made it. What'd I miss?
Not the whole lot.
And
Probably gonna like lean off to the side, looking past everyone, and extend his because he's still got his sword in his hand. Just point his sword at the door. What's going on with that?
That's the next thing to figure out.
There must be something important behind it, though. One would
The
think.
hands kind of went into it.
Wait,
Well,
what's
I'm
this
starting to feel
door you're talking
agitated
about?
then because I know that
The
there's
door that's on the
something
island with us.
there's
Oh,
something
okay.
in here that I need to get at that's important for our quest, but I don't know what it is.
yeah, so for Kozik, you know it's it's almost like a sixth sense, but you get the feeling that whatever this pull is, whatever this this just kind of tugging at your soul or your, state of mind is, it's on the other side of that door.
Do we are are we all aware that Kozik has got this sort of pull at something, or is that something he's kept to himself?
He just said that whatever is going on with the door is important.
I think I've brought it up a couple times that it's like we need to get it, that I want to see what's in here and go deeper in the cave, but
Okay, cool. Because yeah, if we were aware of it, Zed would probably suggest like, are you now that we're here on this side of the water? Basically, are you still feeling that sort of sensation?
oh yes, most definitely.
So he'll put his short sword away and have kind of beckon for little one and the raven to fly back over to his shoulders.
They're still on
Well,
their way. You see the little light.
oh,
You realize, so now that they're like in, somewhat in view and not just like off in the distance, you see the raven's trying to fly and little one's trying to carry, like, little one's trying to be the one carrying the lantern. So there's
right.
there's a little bit of a, it's slowing him down.
They're just like
Lit,
wrestling over it.
yeah, little one wants to be, daddy's favorite.
Yeah.
And
So inevitably, when they get there, he'll beckon them over and he'll feed little one another coin.
so, yeah, little one would land on your shoulders, take the coin, and it looks like at some point little one kind of got wrestled it away from the familiar, even though the familiar's still like kind of holding on to it. Little one still has majority control, and they land on your they land in front of you, and little one drops it in your hand and takes the coin, and then he looks at the familiar, which probably lands on your other shoulder, and you wouldn't see it, but anybody looking at Zed would see little one like behind Zed's like back, look at the familiar and stick his tongue out, and then go back to chewing on the coin.
Yeah, Zed would hook his lantern up and, well, shall we?
It's a good idea. Yes, yes.
So, like I said, there is this huge double door in front of you, just made of silver. At first, it didn't have any symbology. It was just, a pair of doors. Um, but now there are respective symbologies emblazoned on the left door, the right door, and one symbol that goes right down the middle. And that's, like I said, in in line with the pillar orientation. So, like I said, the one in the middle is Pain.
Hmm. Much like the that sort of lock or that sigil that was in that tremendous tr- treasure hoard, that extra dimensional treasure hoard. Maybe we all need to participate in order to open up this lock.
Right. Participate how? Like all of us doing something at the same time?
Well, I imagine these emotional effects. Well, but then we said didn't we said that these rocks or seemed to not have any power in them, didn't we?
Well, these lit up. The power faded from the symbols in your on your foreheads.
But now on the door, they're clear.
Yeah, the symbols are also clear on the door as well.
Hmm. Well, I try pushing on the door. I don't know. Well, to be polite, I rap on the door first.
Thunk, thunk,
Talk,
thunk.
talk, talk. Does anything happen?
Nope, no change.
Hmm. Nobody's home. Well, I try to push the doors open then.
They are not budging.
I look around at the party. Hmm. There doesn't appear to be any lock that we can pick.
All right. How about we go, all of us go up to the door and we all place our hands on it at the same time. Anyone who's had that symbol on them, and let's see if that will get the door to open. What do you think?
All right, I'm standing by the door.
So
Veldrin will put his hand on the pain symbol.
it is very high up.
Too high for him to
Uh,
reach.
Correct. So think of it like the top left of this huge door is, so that one was anger. And then at the, like closer to the bottom, but not necessarily in reach, is, let's see, so bottom left was sorrow. And then down the middle, in the middle point of the door, pain. And then the upper right, out of reach, was the fear. And then bottom right, you know, lethargy.
lethargy. Maybe if we're all just touching the door, we don't need to touch the symbols. We might just resonate with the symbols, since we had them. I don't know, but it's worth a try.
And like I said, at this point, the pillars have a very faint aura to them, somewhat matching that of the symbols embedded in the door.
So they're definitely resonating magically.
So close,
So I'll
so
put my
close.
hand here, and do we have everybody's hands on the door? People,
Yep.
Ted, Niavara, Opal,
Let's get
Veldrin.
going. Yeah,
Yep.
Neavara will also put her hands on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
So you all place your
Let's
hands on
go.
the door, and nothing happens. You're like, okay, here we go, and like epic adventure music starts playing in your head as your hand gets closer, and then you touch the door, and it's like, maybe a couple of like squint or like close your eyes and then like open your eye a little bit and look around. Nothing happens. There's like this
All
this
right.
silence.
All right, maybe we're gonna have to touch the damn symbols. I can get someone up on my shoulders. I can
Oh.
touch the lethargy and get somebody up on my shoulders to
How
touch the other one.
so how far apart are they from each other?
So pretty far. So it's big enough for huge, so they're pretty far apart
So
because they're on
yeah,
opposite
so like even if
tides.
somebody was on Sari's shoulders, they couldn't touch the one
You
above
couldn't
it.
reach the one above it? Oh, wow. Okay, never mind then. I didn't
5,
realize it
10,
was
15.
that big of a door. Okay.
Yeah, it was like
Well, that didn't work.
he said that
Let's
like
see.
even the lowest symbols were above our reach.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Here, let me
Very
try
good.
and find a creature just to give you like a sense of scale. I'm gonna find a creature that is huge. Are you huge? Nope, you're large. Nope. There we go. So think of something that size. Like a
Oh,
door
to
that could fit
fit
something
through.
like that.
Okay. Gotcha.
Just for a sense of scale.
Yeah, nice, Nivara. That's just what you showed before. Yes. Big doors.
Big. Big. But like I said,
Uh,
there's pillars glowing in front of you and a
pillars
door with
glowing.
glowing runes in front of you. But nothing else
Glowing
seems
runes.
to stand out. I guess technically the weird water, but
Is there a doorknob or?
nope, there seems to be no doorknob or mechanism that you could, there's no keyholes or anything. It's just double doors, almost just like like a pair of palace doors. Like you have to push these open to open them.
Okay, wait, I've got it. I've got this old, ancient, ancient incantation you say when you want a door to open up. And it's like this: open sesame. Ah, no. Okay. It was worth a try.
That's gibberish. I've never heard of that worked.
That's a new spell.
That's ancient spell.
Feywild magic, I assume.
Exactly.
So close.
But it doesn't work here, obviously, so never mind. What we're gonna do? Hmm.
Hmm.
Glowing.
I would
Glowing
say
door.
I would say blast it, but something tells me that may not be effective.
I
Blasting's
don't think
always kind of effective.
I don't think it's a good idea. I think that it wouldn't be taken too kindly by whatever's imbued it with magic. I don't think we ought to be blasting and breaking. That doesn't feel right.
Um,
Hmm.
But what if we all push together?
They're so
I
focused on
mean,
the door.
yeah, I thought we were doing that already. And just sort
Oh,
of
I
like,
thought we just put our hands on it, hoping our symbols resonated.
I think we got rid of the symbols when we, pressed on the like we put them back into the
Yeah,
container on this side.
yeah. I
Well,
thought maybe there'd be
if
enough
you
left to
recall,
resonate.
you all still have the symbols on you, but they're just like the ones on your bodies have greatly diminished that just look like outlines more than they do glowing symbols. The symbols themselves, like the respective pillars, are lit up.
Mhm. So let's push.
So are the pillars right behind the door?
They're in front.
I
So the
mean, are
door was
we
behind
right
it.
next to? Okay, so we're still next to those pillars.
Correct. The pillars are
Why
right in
don't we
front of the
all?
door.
I think we should all go put our hands on our respective pillars and see if that will open the door.
When we touched them, the hands went away. I think if we touch them again, they're just going to come back.
You think so? Oh, all right. Well, I thought maybe it might open the door.
Oh, damn it.
I might not make any difference, but you all still have like your little symbols on your foreheads, even though they're all lit up on the door. I'm wondering if maybe you still have like a bit of residual, like you have to be holding on to that stone. I myself did not get tied to one. What if
Yep.
you all just put your hand on your respective stone and then I push the door?
Right. Well, that's what I just said. That's what I think. But Veldrin's worried that if we touch them, the hands will come back.
Not worried, I believe it's just going to put us back where we were.
Well, after you all got over here, I went back and tried to touch the pillars on the other side, and they were inactive, like inert. So
I think it's worth a try. And Veldrin, if you're thinking the hands might come back, then I guess we could just touch it again and make them go away if it's that simple. But I don't know. It seems like they're connected with the door.
What if we just destroyed the door?
Could we just
They
try
can't come
touching the
back through.
stones first?
Intelligence idea does have merit.
Just destroy the door?
They can't come back through. That solves the problem.
I don't understand. What do you mean you can't come back
Unless the
through?
door is magical in
Hands.
some way. And its destruction does nothing but delay the inevitable.
What inevitable?
If the door is magical and us destroying the physical form in this way, what's to say it won't just come back somewhere else?
Could we just touch the stones and let Zed give it a push?
Alrighty. Well, I'm fine with this plan. No skin off my teeth.
Let's get pushing.
Everybody
right.
go to your respective stone.
All right.
And Zed's gonna push.
That would be like back there. Zoom in a little bit. All right, so everybody's going to their respective symbols
Yep.
and doing stone touchy.
Sure.
Is there a countdown? That doesn't matter. So you all go to touch your respective stones, and once you do so, you feel a little bit of the welling up of the emotion, but once the last person touches their stone while everybody else has their hands on them, it it's almost like the stones give way, like your hand kind of sinks in a little bit, and it kind of feels like grips, like a mechanism of sorts that feels like you can turn something.
Oh, cool.
So your hand sinks into this. Your hands simultaneously sink into the stone as the last person touches theirs, and it kind of feels like there's an orb or something inside of these stones that you can rotate.
Okay, turn your handle in there, turn your orb. Let's see if that'll open the door. Do y'all feel that?
We should probably all turn them in the same direction.
Right?
Oh, I'm on.
Alrighty. So you all turn the little spheres inside of these stones, and Zed, you can hear, since you're standing next to the door, you can hear not necessarily a locking mechanism disengaging, but it kind of sounds like something like there may have been a hum in the air, and it's died down until there's nothing. A vibration, if you would.
Well, I don't know
He's
if that's
gonna
good or bad.
right. He's gonna put his hands on like either side of the split in the door and try and push it open.
The second you put your hands on the door and start to push, they start to glide open with ease. These huge silver doors, mind you, that you would expect to be hundreds of pounds, they glide open like a piece of butter melting in a pan. And on
Nice.
the other side, as the symbols, all the symbols on the door, they're still lit, but they die down a little bit to a point that they're pretty dim. The symbols in you guys' heads are still there, but almost non-existent emotion wise. Still there. More like a single thought in the back of your head as opposed to overwhelming at the start, and then once these died down, a few. Now it's just like maybe one or two thoughts that match said emotions, like a memory that keeps getting welled up that reminds you of your respective situation. And like for pain, for example, it's not necessarily like you feel a pinch anymore. It's more like a memory of something that was painful as opposed to the actual like effect per se. Um, and as Zed opens the door, they glide open very slowly until you are greeted with something that we'll have to investigate next time.
Nice.
Cool. That sounds awesome.
Good session, everybody.
Yeah, that was good.
Puzzle solved. Hopefully that puzzle wasn't too difficult. Can I see what
I think we only had a marginal amount of difficulty.
A little bit.
I mean, it is an important situation that you're dealing with,
Mhm.
especially when you figure out what's on the other side.
Now, well, we can face the Rancor next session.
Right.
I don't even know how I got over to the island. I guess I just walked over once the water was surface again.
No, you walked over because you had gotten the lethargy.
And that allowed me to go over?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, somehow the effect was that it made the water so that it was solid as rock and we could just walk over it, but no other condition would allow it. So
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yep,
Kind of
because
got
when
a
you
little blocked.
tried to walk across it with the water walking, it was like something was pulling you down.
Oh, right. Okay, I do. That's so
Or
cool. So
someone, you
they're
never know.
matching pillars. Now we are so far away from anything we were doing, like wherever that the wagon is, and
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's okay. Gumdra's got it covered.
good deal.
And the elementals are over there.
And remember, we're doing this for the elementals for free passage and
And if we get
help
if
getting through.
but we did kind of get rid of the it sounds like the hands went away, right? When with the other pillars. So does that mean we got rid of the evil that was bothering the mountain?
That's to find out next week.
Because I'm like,
Uh,
are we going through a door to a whole other place? Or are we still going to be in this world?
Yeah, the whole gang gets teleported back to the Underdark. Let's go.
No!
Hey, we were told that the Underdark is the place to be.
No, I think that's just in your head.
All right. So, with that being said, we wrap it up there. Oop. Um, yeah. So that was fun. We didn't go over too crazy late this time. Pinky guns. Um, yeah. So we do this every Tuesday at 7:30 Pacific, give or take. And we do this for the use of you. Those of you on the Ubles Tubles, we do this over on Twitch. Twitch TV/Cube222. Um, and like I said, we do this every Tuesday at 7:30 Pacific. So tomorrow, different game. That's gonna be at 5:30 Pacific. Let's see. I think that's all the announcements. Well, if I can't think of them now, I'll think of them later. But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful, at the point of watching this, a wonderful morning, evening, or whatever's in between for you. Um, yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to brain scramble. Uh, Stay good to yourselves. Stay good to others. Do your best. Keep an open mind, and utilize critical thinking. So with that, I shall bid you all adieu. And oh, they're not going far. Damn, that's unfortunate. Anywho, I guess I'll catch y'all maybe tomorrow. And yeah, until then, have yourselves a good one. Catch you next time, adventurers. Peace out.